Your skin crawls. The hairs on the back of your testicles stand on end as you feel the cold hand reaching under your leg, creeping slowly towards your ass. Who else could it be but Podzilla After Dark? Are you afraid of Podzilla After Dark? You should be, because I'm going to get that asshole.
More confused than anything.
I was not prepared.
It's just a...
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing.
I
The
thought-
hair on the back of your testicles.
Your testicles.
And then he ended it with butthole, and that's literally all I've heard because Dalton's here tonight, and he says everything about butthole.
Dalton is obsessed with buttholes.
Literally, that's the only word I've heard tonight.
Hold on,
Dalton,
Dalton.
sit your ass down.
Dalton, come over here. Let's hear. Where is he? Come here real quick. Here, tell us what your obsession with buttholes is.
I was just going to say can't confirm.
He
Thank you.
literally
Thank you.
all evening butthole. I'm putting in my butthole. You want this in your butthole? Like,
I forgot when he sang that song. In my butthole, do you want it in your butthole? That was a good song.
That's a Dalton Anthony original.
Oh my God. My name is Shannon Young. Only for tonight. I'm changing it tomorrow. Down at the end of the table, that's Jesse Kimball.
What you changing it to?
Steve Bennett.
Huh.
I think that's taken already.
Shannon Young's taken.
Pretty sure most fucking names are taken.
Even my name's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By you.
And others. Like
Nope. I checked.
Oh.
Someone who definitely only has one of her name, Lindsay Wolfgong.
Hi.
Hi. You doing okay?
No, you broke me already.
She can't stop thinking about buttholes now.
No.
You know what Lindsay's favorite band is? The Butthole Surfers.
No.
Clearly. And Mandy Kennedy, if she can get her mind off of testicles, 5 seconds. Speaking of testicles, oh, my mic dropped. My testicles dropped. So tonight is the big release for Red Dead Redemption 2,
It sure is.
featuring horse testicle physics.
Oh yeah, if you go to the cold areas, the testicles will shrink up a little bit.
Yeah, and if you watch the review that Shannon watched today, every time you look up, a horse is taking a dump.
Good lord.
Yeah, and apparently you have to clean the horse.
You
do.
And
Oh,
you have to
yeah.
like shower it and brush it and whatnot.
It's very realistic.
Nope.
So much micromanagement in this game.
In other countries, they're releasing a special edition where you can fuck the horse. I'm not going to say which countries,
No.
but you can probably imagine, Derek. All right, it's the last night of Are You Afraid of PZ85 After Dark, and that makes me sad. That makes me sad. I like these shows. We get to talk about creepy stuff, usually. This year, Lindsay picked the topic twice, and
That's because
been-
no one else offers up ideas.
I'm busy.
I had
know.
that idea like a couple weeks ago, but we had already picked one, so I was on board with it.
I said lock.
Yeah. I fucking remember.
I
sure
locked
did.
it. I locked it
Jesse
down.
didn't say shit.
No, Jesse has had the same suggestion every year, and nobody's ever gone with it.
What is it again?
It's
Read
the
a-
scary
read a
story one.
All
Everybody
right.
brings a scary story.
Oh, that's so much.
I forget.
How is that so much? You find a scary story and you bring it and read it.
Well, for me, that could be anything. So really, do you want me fucking reading something?
Scary story for Mandy. She goes to McDonald's and the shake machine's broke.
That's true. It's one of my worst nightmares.
All right. So I have a scary story I'll read to you
Where I
guys.
wake up and think I'm gonna go get Chick-fil-A or Burritoville, but it's Sunday.
We're clearly not doing the scary story thing.
I got a scary story. I'm gonna read it.
But why?
All right.
Last
so
time you tried to make a scary story, the computer and internet fucked us, and
no,
then the train wreck.
this one that was a beloved episode, classic, all time classic. The pre-orders for the DVD is ecstatic. So this is it. So you're with your honey, and you're making out when the phone rings. You answer it, and the voice says, "What are you doing with my daughter?" You tell your girl, and she say, "My dad is dead." Then who was phone?
I remember that.
Mandy, who was phone?
Was phone.
My dad's not a phone, so I threw it on the ground.
Welcome to
Yay.
So
That's all I got.
before we get to the topic of the night, the topic of the night is we're going to talk about our favorite Halloween costumes as a kid, and it was a point of conflict of interest because they didn't know whether or not I could qualify for it since I grew up poor and had no family.
I mean, I didn't necessarily say as a kid because I dressed up as the same damn thing every year as a kid.
I just want to point out, whenever we talk about cartoons and stuff, what does Shannon say?
I had no childhood. I watched the
He had
news.
HBO.
Well, that's true.
That is true.
Mr. Show and Tales from the Crypt, baby. While you guys were watching
Everything else.
Peanuts and Wally Dangles.
So the point is, I made a joke before the show about Shannon, never dressing up because he didn't have a childhood, because that's the common joke.
There's a point of my life where my childhood just ended, and it was right before high school, probably like 6th grade, 7th grade. Before that, though, was solid. Like you can take that to the bank. So I've got a couple costumes, up my sleeve.
All right.
We were talking the other day, Allie and I, about something. I don't remember what, and it reminded me of something. And this is actually, I think, creepy. I think you might like this. So she was talking about she keeps having this dream where someone kills her or someone's trying to kill her, and it's freaking her out because
That's creepy because I've had 2 different dreams where I've been attacked or someone broke into my house this week. That's really fucking creepy.
Don't know why you girls are having these bad dreams, but
Because they're hanging around all of us watching scary movies and shit.
I'm not having this problem.
No,
I haven't watched anything.
You also
scary.
don't get near as scary or scared. As
I also
Mandy.
read a lot of comics and fanfics before bed, though.
I don't know if I would agree that Lindsay does not get as scared as Mandy because she fucking
jump
freaks out
a
at everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the Rizzle almost, like, broke Mandy.
No,
I
it
liked the
didn't.
Rizzle. It was good. I
Fucking
still jumped,
creepy.
but it was good.
You didn't jump like Mandy, though. Mandy almost pulled a Nate.
Well, because I knew that the motherfucker was going to pop up, but then he did it anyways and caught me off guard. I don't have to explain myself.
But you just did. So hearing her talk about this dream reminded me of 2 dreams that I had growing up that I had almost every night. One was pretty basic, and it was just that I was chased by a snake all the time. In my dreams, I'd be chased by a snake. And I actually looked it up, and I think it's supposed to symbolize like change or fear of change or growing up or something like that.
Nah, that whole science is bullshit.
The dream science.
Yeah.
The dream police.
Yeah.
But the other
Definitely
dream,
that one.
the other dream I had, though, was much more interesting because there was the best way that I could describe it is like a withered old woman that would scream. And I would, no matter what dream I would have, I could be with friends at a mall. There was one where I remember being at like a farmhouse and running through the cornfields because I lived near cornfields growing up. So that wasn't too out of the question for me. But I would have this dream where I could be talking with my friends. I would turn around and there would be this withered. And when I say withered, I mean ghoul-like. You know what I mean? Like actually like face like sucked in. And she would be in like rags and it would just scream at me. And I would take off running and then this thing would fly. It actually like hovered above the ground and would chase after me.
So you had a banshee.
That's the best way I can describe it as a banshee. And it would just scream at me. I would wake up the next night, I'd go to sleep, and the same thing happened. And this went on every night for weeks, months, till finally it just kind of ended. And I've never had the dream since. But that scared me so bad when I was a kid. I was afraid to go to sleep because this damn thing, no matter what I would dream about, would appear and just scream at me. To a point that when I went to go to the bathroom at night, I was afraid of opening the door because it would be behind the door waiting for me. Only as a kid.
Yeah, see, whenever I was a kid, my recurring nightmare thing was this, like, spiral of light. It would just show up and then, like, family members would start dying. It was weird.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid.
It's the worst Shyamalan movie.
Right?
Okay, who's the enemy, Stephen King? Spiral light.
Yeah, no, like, that's the best way I could think to describe it. It wasn't really, like a true spiral. It was kind of like it was a bunch of pieces, like, spiraling into one point, if that makes sense.
It's almost like if you imagine, like, in my head, I'm picturing almost like broken glass swirling and it's light pieces.
Think more like a bicycle tire, like spokes.
Yeah.
But all of those swirling into one spot.
Okay. Like a vortex.
Yeah, that works too.
Lindsay, what about you? What nightmares did you have?
Don't recall any reoccurring nightmares. Like, I would have stupid stuff that I'd think I'd see things in my closet, but that's every kid.
Not me, because I didn't have a closet, because I didn't have a childhood.
Yeah.
Bob, I think, had the best, because Bob not only dreams weird stuff, but he
sleepwalks.
Yeah, he acts it out in person. So he told me a story when he lived with his parents. He lived upstairs, and their room was like if you imagine an attic, he lived in the attic part, but then there was a room in the attic, like a door that led to another room, and that's where they slept. And he woke up one night, and he said he saw creatures walking into his parents' room, like walking through the door into his parents' room.
This is the one where he chucks something.
Yeah, he grabs his shoe, or he grabs something, and
it was like a big dinosaur figure or something,
and throws it at their door to try to stop the creatures from going in.
Well,
That would be.
Bob had interesting dreams, and what I found about Bob is that he is terrified of bugs.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Despite the fact that
he had so many.
he has
Yeah.
nightmares about them. Like, he's scared of them, and I'm like, then why do you have so many bugs?
all of them.
Yeah, they're coming for
Yeah.
revenge.
Right.
Ever tell you the story about Bob's goldfish that killed itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob doesn't have much luck when it comes to living creatures.
So he figures if he kills these, then, good, bugs off the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, he's got pets.
Mandy, what's your nightmare again? Well, you said what you've had recently. Have you had any
Yeah.
nightmares that have lasted like your
No.
adult life? No? Okay. Well.
Just
That
serving
was an attempt.
nightmares from wings constantly.
Oh, work.
That's not from my
like,
childhood, though.
Yeah, and I have
work stress
work-related
dreams are
nightmares.
the worst.
I still have serving fucking dreams, and I haven't
I mean,
been
that
there in
just
almost a month.
shows me when I need
Dude.
like a day off.
I still have dreams about working at Andy's.
I have
God.
GameStop dreams. I actually have Stephen Barry's dreams.
Asa
Really?
said it doesn't
Yeah.
stop. He still gets Red Lobster dreams.
Yep, it's just like the college shit.
Oh, yeah, that you haven't graduated?
Yeah, no, I still like my dreams have evolved at this point, like of that recurring nightmare. Oh, I love it. Yeah, they've evolved a little bit in that I now am, for whatever reason, going back for a graduate degree, because I guess my brain has learned at this point that, like, no, I have a degree. Why do I keep having this dream? So now, yeah, I'm going back for my graduate degree, for like a master's or something. And that's, yeah, so that makes more sense. And then the nightmare becomes real again, that I've skipped a class all semester,
Yeah.
or I can't find a class, or
I have
I've
those
had that dream.
nightmares.
Yeah, I have a dream where I failed a class. And like, legitimately, I don't know if whether or not it was true or not. Because I had this dream that I failed this, I think it was like a writing class or something. And I would think like, oh no, there's no way I would have failed a class. But now I don't know. I seriously wonder.
Yeah.
I seriously wonder, like, wait, did I fail a class? Because in my dream, I just stopped going to it because I stopped caring about
That's
it.
kind of like mine. I'd be like, oh, wait, I had this class. Oh, I have this paper due that was assigned like 4 months ago, and now it's like tomorrow.
Yeah, but mine is like just now. I don't know if I failed the class. Like, I legitimately don't know. And I sometimes want to look through my school records, but it's Shawnee, and I don't think they can afford to keep records. So,
you can get your transcript somewhere.
yeah, from a guy behind the building, sell them to me for $20. Fuck.
It may or may not actually be you.
So we're counting down the days to Halloween, and we have about a week left. We're going to have the big Halloween Havoc party. That's what we're calling it on the 31st.
Is it?
That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, fair enough.
So you guys can join in if you want. You're not required.
If our refrigerator gets cleaned out so I can make us treats, I will bring treats.
Well, the biggest treat you could give me is shutting the fuck up right now.
God damn.
Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry, Lindsay.
God
I'm so sorry.
damn.
I love you so much.
He
I'm
doesn't get any
uncomfortable right
treats.
now.
I am so sorry.
So what treats, because I won't be there, so just
Aw.
don't feed Shannon and then save them for me on Thursday when I come for the show.
I mean, I'll eat them at the apartment.
Covered pretzels and cupcakes.
I will eat them Thursday. I have Mikey's. We're going to go
Okay.
trick-or-treating.
So save some and bring them
Yes.
Thursday. Okay.
Please?
No.
Well, the chocolate covered
Fuck you, you're
pretzels
a dick.
depends on the fridge being emptied out so that they can cool.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
not my food in there.
I know it's not, but
So you grab it.
there's-
It's your food.
No.
You know who it belongs to.
I really don't. I don't know who. Bob will always get mad and say, you know, oh, why didn't you clean this pot or this pan? I'm like, I don't know. I don't cook. Why is there no milk? I don't know. I don't drink milk. Talk to the women. They're the ones that use it.
I mean,
I was about to make a really offensive joke about that.
Please do.
generally,
No,
if I
I'm
use
good.
milk, I buy my own thing of
Who
milk.
is it that you were going to offend?
a lot of people in one comment, so I'm just going to move past it.
Was it about women
It was.
and milk
No.
and how they can make their own?
It had nothing to do with that, I
Ew.
promise.
Okay. What have you been watching, Jesse, for Halloween? I'm curious.
What have I been watching?
Yeah, what have you been watching? Last night I watched Creep Show, the first one.
Most of it.
Though I went back and watched the rest after you went to bed.
Oh.
When I said goodnight to you and I went downstairs. Because Allie went to bed early. Allie's grandma passed away yesterday, so she's pretty torn up about it. I watched Creep Show, and I watched Stephanie the night before, which was okay. It was kind of odd.
Yeah.
And I started to watch, what was it called? Pie Wicket?
Pie Wacket.
But I didn't get to finish it. What have you been watching? Because I know Mandy ain't watching nothing.
No, she ain't. I've been basically, I've rewatched a lot of old stuff.
I almost spit water when you said old stool.
That's a weird thing to be watching, Jesse. A bunch of older. I almost said old school, but yeah, and then I wanted to change it to stuff. But I did it
You just
beforehand.
mixed them together.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been watching a bunch of older stuff that I've already watched, just, putting it on. Pie Wacket was a new thing that I checked out. I saw Slice.
Oh, did you watch it? Was it any
yes.
good?
I enjoyed it.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it wasn't like, it was more comedy than anything else. It was kind of goofy, which I kind of knew going in, but I still was hoping for a little bit of scare. It's interesting though. Then let's see what else. I started watching the I keep wanting to say House on Haunted Hill, but that's not it.
Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House. That's it.
You're not too far off, though, because The Haunting of Hill House is actually an adaptation of the book by Shirley Jackson, which was also already made into 2 movies, both called A Haunting. So do you remember the movie A Haunting?
Yeah.
With Liam Neeson and Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
Based on the same story.
Huh.
They altered the story for Haunting of Hill House in a much better way. Stephen King's a big fan of it. And yeah, if you guys haven't watched Haunting of Hill House,
It was really good.
yeah, it's quite possibly one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I highly recommend it, even if you don't like horror. It's a good family drama too, but you will get
It
scared.
kept my attention the whole time. Like, I knew if I did anything else, I'd miss something. So
Yeah, I've enjoyed the few episodes that I've watched so far.
It ramps up the creepiness in the end because there's a huge chunk where it just goes to family like sadness, and it gets depressing. The kittens. Have you seen the kittens?
Yeah.
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 You like kittens?
Yeah.
You like kittens when bugs crawl out of their mouths?
That's gross, but I mean, as long as it's not dogs. I like dogs better, so.
Well, you're allowed to be wrong in America.
Well, we're based on being wrong right now, so.
I think I got
Just
another.
following the trend.
one for Saudi Arabia over here.
Shannon.
Send
I'm
them
just
both-
gonna go.
No, Mandy, you're not picking up Red Dead 2. What do you care?
Oh, and 2 movies though that I saw that I do not recommend. Either Truth or Dare.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
The sci-fi version or
why
the
would
Blumhouse
you
version.
watch it either way? It looked terrible from his trailer.
Well, you see, the Blumhouse version, I thought the trailer looked all right. So I, thanks to JustWatch.com or JustWatch.tv, getting the names messed up, I watched the sci-fi version first, and boy, was it bad.
Yeah, because
can imagine.
because I rented it for free. I got it when I ordered lunch, and I told Jesse about it, and we started comparing notes, and I was like, "That is not the same movie." Did you watch the sci-fi one?
And I did. And then I ended up Google Play had a 99-cent rental deal. So I watched Truth or Dare, the actual one that way, or the Blumhouse version that way. And while it was better, the ending made it an awful movie.
Baffling film. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be until the end.
The end was so bad. Like I was watching, it was like, because you had told me you didn't like it very much. And I was like, man, this is all right. Like the smiling face thing was really creepy. And like reasonably well done versus
It was a lot better than when I saw the trailer. I thought it looked so stupid. The smiles everybody did.
Yeah.
But the end completely betrayed the rest of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just dumb.
Mandy, what have you been watching for Halloween?
Nothing, because I go to bed so early now. So I have to wake up so early. So I work and then kind of work out and then shower and go to bed. My life's really depressing right now in a way.
Aren't you glad you changed jobs?
Yes and no.
It's funny. Asa said the exact same thing.
Once you get used to it, though, it's Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that early morning.
Well, I mean, like,
It's that I'm fucking broke.
right? It's one of those things. Like Asa was talking about it too. Whenever he first started doing the office thing, like he missed the being able to, like, I'm really broke right now. I'm just gonna pick up a shift real quick, so you can get some tips and have some cash. Which is just very much something you cannot do with, the 9-to-5 office gig.
Yeah.
And
there's nothing
waiting
spookier
2
than not
weeks.
having money. You what?
And waiting 2 weeks for money. That is just going to go to your rent, so then you won't have any money.
when I first started there,
God, this is a sad table. Dalton,
You
come
had
back.
to talk to me.
I'm going to stop talking to her. Turn her mic off.
Okay.
Turn both of their mics off.
I
It's
will
just me and you
leave.
at this point.
why?
No, you're part of this. It's the estrogen at the table.
I'll gladly leave so I can go lay in bed.
No, you're stuck here with the rest of us. All right, let's get to the topic at hand. We're talking about Halloween costumes tonight. We're going to go back into our memory banks and talk about our favorites, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about all the ones I've worn because that's like 4. So
Perfect.
what does it matter? And just to get us started off, because again, it was Lindsay's idea, we're going to go to Mandy.
Okay.
Because Mandy is sad and needs to talk about happier things. Mandy, tell us about a costume that
One
you
of
wore
the
for Halloween.
First ones I remember when I was younger that I really liked was being the Grim Reaper.
Like
not
the
what I
sights.
expected.
Yeah, I had this sweet black cloak and my mom painted my face white, and then I had a fucking scythe. It was sweet. And I had like glove hands that were the skeleton gloves.
You had the little skeleton.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I lived here, but I was still rather young. It's probably like 8 or 9 maybe.
So you're a mini Reaper.
Yeah. It was fun. I liked it.
Spooky.
Yeah. See? I have a spooky side.
None of my costumes are spooky.
All things spooky about my costumes were how cheap they were. Let's go around the table. Jesse, you go. You tell us about a costume. We can end the show early tonight. We'll cut it down to 45 minutes because I got to go over to GameStop. So
You'll be fine. They'll be open for a while after 9. But anyway, no, actually, I'll just go ahead and stick with Mandy's theme because I had pretty much the exact same costume. It's one of my favorites. I had the hood was a blackout hood. Like it had the fabric in front of it that I could see out of, but you couldn't see in.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I had that going. I had like a big old scythe, and it was the robes and everything. And I just had straight up black gloves though. They didn't have the skeleton fingers or anything. But yeah, no, I liked that costume a lot. It was just really fun to walk around.
Now, did you guys wear these to school or was it just trick or treating?
Trick-or-treating.
Trick or treating.
Okay, you didn't wear your costumes to school.
I
They
think
would
I
not.
ever have.
Yeah, they would not let us wear costumes to school.
You poor things.
Yeah,
Well, it could. No,
at least like
that's fine because it could turn out bad. We'll get to my story in
Yeah.
a second.
Mike
okay.
had bring
My
an
elementary
animal to
school wouldn't, but my high school would. Go ahead.
Mike had bring a stuffed animal to school the other day and completely forgot about it. Till now. We talked about it at school. My bad.
You are so low energy today.
I know.
Get her some caffeine.
I'm
My
about to
God.
say we need to get her some sugar.
Get her
I
a
haven't
monster.
had a soda all day.
I haven't eaten other than that breakfast sandwich. I just remembered that.
Yeah, me too.
I
Really
ate
haven't-
at like
oh God,
1.
you can't let me have anything. You can't. You have to
I have
take
a
it
really
too.
bad habit on my days off that I just kind of forget to eat.
Oh, you poor thing, surrounded by food and you forget. There are people in Saudi Arabia who would love to have food.
Shannon, please stop talking about Saudi Arabia.
Lindsay, tell us about one of your costumes.
What if I don't want to now?
You do.
You're being so mean to me.
Tell them about the stripper costume.
There was never a stripper costume.
When you were
Stripper
15.
costume.
No.
Yeah, she had the full-on like nipple tassels and everything.
No.
Goddamn.
I don't know what you're
Someone
hallucinating.
had a fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't know why she was 15 in this fantasy.
Seriously, he didn't
That's
even
the
know me
fucked
when
up
I was
part.
15.
I
Didn't
mean,
we?
who dates
No.
young? It's fine.
When did we meet?
Oh, we started
still high school, wasn't
talking
it?
in 99.
Yeah, so high school.
99,
It wasn't 15, but it was high school.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us about your stripper
Anywho.
costume.
About what?
And she had
stripper
fairy
costume.
wings. She's staring at me. All right, tell us about your actual costume.
if we're going with like the little kid stuff first, almost every single year when I was little, I was just a black cat because I wanted to wear cat ears.
Isn't it crazy that you had to wait till Halloween to do that then? Nowadays,
You
though.
just, whenever you want.
Yeah. Now it's accepted.
No, like as soon as October hit, I pulled
Fucking
that
anime.
costume thing out and had my ears.
Hate anime.
I got the
Well,
power
then
of
you're
God
going to
and
hate
anime
most
on
of my
side.
other follow-up costumes.
I already do. So I said that maybe it was a good idea that Jesse couldn't dress up for Halloween at school, and here's why I say that, because I actually did get to dress up one time for school, and I chose to, and I really wanted to be the Punisher.
Okay.
But I know what you're thinking. Okay, he got in trouble because he went as the Punisher, and no,
Go ahead.
yeah, the reality of it is that there were no Punisher costumes that you could get.
So you had to make it.
So my mom made me a Punisher costume. She drew a skull on a white sheet, cut it out, and then sewed it onto a black shirt, and I wore it to school. Can you guess how the kids reacted to this costume?
Because they're assholes.
It was bewilderment and amusement. They did not appreciate my mom's hard work. Here you had other kids dressed up in these elaborate fucking costumes they got from like stores in St. Louis, and here's Shannon with his little toy gun and a black shirt with a fucking
White skulls
Ah.
sewed to it.
And my mom didn't really know how to make it work, so when I told her I need a skull, it did not look like the Punisher skull. It was bad all around. I appreciated the effort, but my God, I just ripped the skull off the shirt, and I was like, I'm good. Who are you for Halloween? Sad boy.
Yeah, sad boy. Then you just walk around with the gun
I
every
just
once in a
put it
while.
I was putting it to my own head. Isn't it funny? Back then, you could carry guns at school, and now you can't. Boy,
Definitely not.
how times have changed. Mandy, please lift us up after that sad, sad tale.
Why
But
was that one of your
everyone's
favorite
laughing.
costumes?
I like the Punisher.
I got to be a pirate, and I liked it because I got to buy a toy sword,
Jesus Christ. Go to
and I wore
bed.
and I wore an eye patch.
Was that the same? No, never. That was when you dressed up as Katarina. That you had the toy sword.
Oh,
That I think I still have somewhere.
there's two of them. Yeah, the good. There's my fifth one because I didn't have a fifth one. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Your fifth sword?
Actually, no, I know a
Costume,
better
probably.
costume that I can add as my fifth. But yeah, the Katarina was good too. I got to be a pirate twice. So yeah, because I get to carry swords around and wear an eye patch. Yeah.
It's fair. That's fair.
I'm a real downer tonight. So
You
might
really
as-
are. Oh my God.
You
I
might
usually
as well
rely on
just-
you for energy.
Like, you might as well just get me and go to Jesse now.
There's so little energy from it. Get up and do some jumping jacks. Like get the
No.
Like
blood
even when she
flowing.
talks, like it goes from like us up here to hers is real low. But I won't turn it up because then she'll get excited and
she'll
blow
say
out the
something
eardrums.
and she'll get
yeah.
really excited about it.
Yeah. Did you ever go as Ed from Full Metal?
No.
Oh well, I don't have to worry about that at least.
She did have a Full Metal cosplay though.
I did.
Winry? No, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Winry.
Dumb fuck.
Hey, I corrected.
About time.
Yeah.
What?
About time. I don't know. Jesse, just go.
My Hero Academia sucks. All right, Jesse.
Oh, I like that show.
Fairy Tale's terrible.
Oh.
Not the anime, like fairy tales in general.
If looks could kill, she might have enough energy to put behind that one.
No, it's a flesh wound at best.
No, yeah. So one thing you got to know about my costumes, for the most part, like I was also poor as shit as a kid. So if I couldn't find it at like Walmart or something real cheap, then my mom wasn't going to get it for me. So oftentimes I've, similar to Lindsay, reused costumes. So for so just so you guys know, for most of like elementary, middle school, and even into high school a little bit, most of my costumes were some variation on that Grim Reaper costume. So
Now I'm Grim Reaper with nunchucks.
well, I mean, you guys remember Scream, obviously.
Yes.
Everybody knows. So a couple of years I did that when it was relevant.
Did you have the ghost face?
I did.
Okay.
I did because it was kind of everywhere. But yeah, no. So once I got into college, though, actually the last several years, I never really decide that I'm going to dress up until the day of or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So my costumes are never elaborate. They're always cheap as shit. And they're pretty similar to, you know, Shannon's story with his Punisher costume and the cheap-ass sewed-on thing. For example, a couple of years ago for Halloween, this is one of my favorite ones. This is going to be the next one on my list. I dressed up as Kevin Owens from WWE.
I remember that.
That was
Yeah,
great.
That was,
where you literally just went and got a haircut and then like duct taped letters
put
on
duct
your
tape on a shirt. That was my costume. However, like it apparently looked good enough that when Asa walked in the door, I have never seen that boy look happier.
Well, it's because you didn't see his face when he won that Xbox.
That's probably true.
I think he finally got beat.
That's a distinct possibility, honestly. Especially since, like, you know, he was delirious with the illness. So it just increased the amount of joy that he could have.
Oh, God. So he might not have won. He may have
hallucinated
hallucinated
That's a fever
that
dream.
email. Asa dressed up as Johnny Cash that day.
He did.
And that made Shannon happy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Asa admitted he pretty much just had his work outfit and put some glasses on.
Yep, and then he grabbed a Guitar Hero guitar that we had here at the store.
Yes.
And that was his Johnny Cash costume.
Yes. It was a good costume.
Yeah, worked out.
Lindsay.
I'm gonna go with one of my ones from college when we used to have our big anime club Halloween parties and stuff. And I was happy with myself because I was still getting better at making my own
Aisha Clan
cosplay. No, Gina made that one. I didn't make that one.
No.
But I made myself a Shadowcat costume, but it was the Evolution version. But I was super happy with it because I did it all myself with no help.
I saw that picture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I want to see that
I
picture.
was Kitty.
I liked her when she wore her Aisha Clan because it was just a bra.
How else am I supposed to make boob armor?
That's fair.
No, the Shadowcat was pretty cool. I'm sorry you used the Evolution version.
I like that version because at the time I looked like Kitty that way.
I don't honestly remember what she looked like, what the Evolution costumes looked like.
I'm finding
Brown
the photo.
ponytail.
Like Kitty Pride?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep going with Jesse said. That year that Jesse dressed up as Kevin Owens, probably my favorite costume I've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Was that your Spend King?
It was also one that I did on my own. It was the well, no, you helped me with that.
I made your
Yes, I went as the Spin King, which irony because I would be known as the Spin King for the rest of my life.
That's
Yeah.
dope. I like it.
Damn, JR.
Ooh, I like it.
That's it? That's pretty good. It's no Spin King.
I know your Spend King's hilarious.
No one
We
even
still
knows.
have the sign over
yeah,
there.
it's over there.
I
The
don't even know where your crown is.
I don't
It's
know
somewhere
who
at home.
Zach Price had the crown for a while. I don't know where it's at now. I think it's at home. But yeah, have you ever seen the Spin King ad? It was a Conan O'Brien joke. Have you ever seen like DraftKings, those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was making fun of that, and it was basically that you can spend however much you want. You don't win anything. You just keep
We'll
spending
spend
money.
your money for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
click a
yeah.
button, you can spend twice as much. And the dude had a it's a giant check that says like $1 million.
It says you owe.
Yeah, you owe
Yeah.
this amount. Yeah, and I did that, and you've never seen me smile more than those pictures, and you'll never
That's
see it again
hilarious.
because
This is
I'm
pretty great.
I'm
You made
miserable, so.
everybody take pictures with the crown and the
Everybody
check, too.
volunteered to take
That's
pictures.
funny.
with
We
the crown.
did because it was hilarious.
Yeah,
It was
Billy.
really funny.
Billy even had it. That warmed my heart. Yeah,
That
So-
boy never smiles in a photograph.
No, the Spin King that'll be my opus, my magnum opus.
That's good.
Mandela,
My Sailor Venus one.
you win a Sailor Venus?
Mm-hmm. I had her
I love
for.
her
I think my mom made it. Yeah, she made it for Halloween. Then I used it for a cosplay later. But one of my friends that I was living with when we lived in a house of like 7 of us, she went as Sailor Moon. I went as Sailor Venus.
Were you Sailor
My
Venus or
mom-
Sailor V?
Venus.
Okay,
And my
So you
mom
didn't
made
have
the costumes for both of us.
You didn't have like the stomach shirt.
No, maybe next year.
That's the superior one. Make Justin go as Artemis with little white cat ears on him.
If he's gonna put cat ears, then we're gonna be Britta and Jeff from Community when there's the black cats in that one skit that they have to do.
See, she
that
got
would be
excited.
dope.
Then. It gets
We're
spiked.
all supposed to be FMA this year, but we failed.
We haven't filled yet. We still have a week. Well, except she's being Stargazer, and I'm a Ghostbuster. What's his name? Clink.
If my coat comes in, otherwise I'm probably just gonna be Jigglypuff.
Oh shit! Is he really named Clink Stargazer?
No,
Is it Clyde?
no.
She remembers that name now.
Clade.
And will forever.
Clade.
Is that his real name?
Yeah,
Clyde.
Clade's
Oh, Clank. That's what I meant to say.
No, it's the character from Voltron, Clade Stargazer.
No,
Ratchet and Clank?
Who are you going as again? Shiro?
no.
Shiro.
Shoki?
I mean, I've got the white streak for that, but
Matsuka?
huh?
Toyota?
Keith, if his coat comes in.
Keith.
Yeah, the
Okay.
emo one.
Just trying to be racist. I'm going through all of my Rolodex of offensive Asian names.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're such a brat.
He is.
I'm tired and I'm starving and I haven't slept in weeks.
That's a fact.
So I'm keeping it together pretty well, I think. Jesse.
All right.
Weeks, Jesse.
So my next one is basically anyone that I got mileage out of this ridiculous beard that I bought. 1 year.
I thought you were going to say the ridiculous beard you grew because it got so long.
There for a while. So we were going to like around for the after Halloween sales at like the costume stores, and I was just with other people that were buying shit because they were cosplay people and they were just buying a bunch of shit for cosplays.
Because that's the best time to do it is after Halloween because everything's on sale.
Exactly. And I saw this big ass fake brown beard, just this huge like mountain man beard for $1. And I was like, fuck it, I could get some mileage out of that. That I got 4 costumes out of that. The first one was I did a young Master Roshi, and I used the hat that I got at what was that anime? OMG Con.
OMG Con?
Yeah, I used the straw hat that I got at OMG Con for that, and I just got a pair of sunglasses and the beard. I went as Dusty Hill another year from ZZ Top. Had
King
the
of
big
Hill.
beard, had the hat. I own a bass guitar. I think my uncle has it right now, and I actually showed up with my actual bass guitar. That was a pretty great costume. And then I had a few other.
Did you wear one to Indiana or not Indiana? ASIN? Didn't you do? No.
I was going to do cosplay at ASIN.
Oh, that's right. You didn't.
Yeah, because I could not, like, Lindsay made me a robe for that costume.
Yeah, it didn't
and
work
I
right.
could not figure out how to get it to work. So,
What does that mean? How do you get a robe to work?
well, the way it was designed, like, it had to go on a certain way. And Lindsay showed me how to do it.
And then he couldn't remember how.
Right. And once we got there, I could not, like, me and Krista together could not figure out how to get the robe correct, which is unfortunate because by the time we'd figured out that I couldn't figure that out, I had already shaved my head completely bald, like razor to my
Yeah.
head.
I remember
bald.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't happy.
I was not. And I had like the beard growing out extra long for that because that was
That's-
part of the
So
costume.
you just walked around
Yeah.
looking like a monk.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Lindsay.
No. Let's talk more about that head.
What about my
You
head?
shaved it.
Oh yeah, no. The worst part about that was that I forgot to bring shaving cream.
Ooh.
You didn't
Razor
just-
burn
You
scalp?
didn't, you didn't just like go dry, did you?
No, I was in the shower, and I had water running over my head while I was shaving it.
Oh, did you have like what's that stuff you put in your
Soap,
hair?
shampoo,
Conditioner.
conditioner. I mean, I used shampoo, just
As the shaving cream?
Yeah, as shaving cream. It did not work.
Oh,
Honestly, like it came out. I didn't cut myself at all, which I was really
That's
surprised with.
amazing.
Yeah, I managed to not cut myself at all, but my head was radiating heat. Like me and Krista ended up going downstairs.
You
and
went
also
outside, right? You're
Yeah.
steaming.
literally because me and Krista were the only ones awake. We were up pretty late doing this, and I was helping her paint for her cosplay for the next day because she knew it was going to take forever. So yeah, I was helping her paint that. And once we finished painting her up, we went like downstairs and outside to cool air because my head was on fire. To the point where like we walked outside and it was like 65 or something like that. Like it was spring. So it was kind of cool. And my head was literally like you could see steam coming off of it.
Oh, geez.
Krista was using my head to warm her hands as though
Yeah.
like you went over a hot coal.
so you just had a fire.
A little bit. Like it was kind of ridiculous. But other than that, it was fine.
Oh, that reminds me of when I was a teenager, and you see the movies where the guys shave with just the knife.
Yeah.
Well, I tried that.
Oh God.
Yeah, I shaved one side of my face, just the knife cutting. it burned so bad. And for the rest of the day, I just had this giant red spot going up my face from where I decided to do it. I don't recommend it.
That was my entire scalp.
Yeah, when you see that in movies, just for the record, that's bullshit.
It's got to be a sharp-ass knife.
Yeah. Lindsay.
So I'm going to follow suit with Mandy, and I've been Sailor Moon.
Yay.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the time you shaved your head.
No, that's never going
That
to
was
happen.
Jesse's story.
That's not following suit with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Mandy has never shaved her head either, as far as I know.
Or cut her hair.
I mean,
I have.
she's done that.
Look, I'm trying. I'm making an effort. Go ahead.
But I've cosplayed different Sailor Moon characters in the past, but never actually Sailor Moon. But I finally got an actual Sailor Moon wig, and so at that point, I'm like, yes, I have to make the outfit.
Wasn't this just a couple years ago?
This is like 5 or 6 years ago at this point.
Okay,
Your
but it was...
display picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my current Facebook picture.
Because I want
right
a
now.
tuxedo mask.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because I remember trying to find a top hat that would fit your head.
Yeah. Well, it's really weird. I put the tuxedo mask outfit on, and I walked downstairs, and Jesse's dad was there. And he said, that's the fattest tuxedo mask I've ever seen.
So you're saying you were Fatty Mask?
My dad's a dickhead.
He came all the way from Australia just to call
He
me
just
fat.
flew in. He was like, hold on, I got somebody to set straight real quick.
That was a good Sailor Moon costume.
God.
And then I'm pretty sure I tweaked it later for one of our conventions because I was stuck with my glasses rather than my contact lenses, so I made it the manga version and stuck her mask over top of it.
You remember the time you went to Sailor Galaxia?
Yes, that was terrible. Let's not go back there and just leave it at that.
Because Sailor Galaxia has this golden skirt she wears. And Lindsay decided...
It was not made properly. My butt was hanging out the whole damn time.
Because there was just little windows in between the strips where you just saw Lindsay's ass.
It's because the fabric wouldn't
So you
sew
liked
in my
it.
sewing machine.
Oh, I loved it. But I had to walk behind her to make sure no one else loved it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, real quick, I do want to throw out, if anybody wants to know the source of Shannon's comment just a second ago, or Shannon's joke just a second ago, check out the pre-show for today or the pre-show for the Tuesday show. So we told that story both times there.
Good call.
They are on patreon.com/Podzilla1985.
$1.
$1. You can listen to both of them.
And they're super offensive. You think we're bad on this show. Wait till you hear that pre-show. We actually call people out by name.
It is very uncensored.
Yes.
Completely raw audio.
Raw and uninteresting. So, I'll take it all the way back to the only time I can remember a costume that I wore as a kid. I went as Dracula because I loved vampires, but it was just that Dracula costume from Walmart with the cape and
the fangs.
the medallion. I never understood that medallion. I remember even as a kid looking at it going, why does Dracula wear this medallion?
It keeps his power.
That's a shitty costume. And if you buy your kids that Dracula costume, you're a shitty parent.
God damn.
Just for the record.
Maybe
Oh,
they just
Mandy,
really
please
want
tell
to
me
be
you
vampires.
didn't.
No, my kid wears cool costumes.
Exactly.
They're all video game themed.
Good.
Mario,
Every one of them.
Link, Halo, he was Master Chief, Sonic.
Could he
Sonic
be any more
again.
mediocre?
This year he's being Sora.
Dalton?
Well,
Sora!
We even have the Keyblade.
I can't believe that Mandy is still so low energy.
I know.
After like
Talking
her
about
child
Kingdom
was
Hearts?
insulted.
I'm just poking at her and she's just like staring at me. I don't think she's all there.
And then she's just talked about dressing her kid up as one of her favorite characters in the history of gaming.
No,
Several of them, and no excitement.
no excitement
joy.
at all. Yeah. What happened? Who hurt you today?
My work.
You were. It's because you realized the paycheck thing,
Yeah.
or I reminded you of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
I've
that.
been obsessed since like 11 o'clock when they handed them out.
Is the
Like my entire check is going to rent, so I have no money for 2 weeks.
goddamn?
Yeah.
We've all been there. Currently,
Yeah, missing 2 days without PTO is that's a lot of money.
It's fine. Anyways, my next costume
appreciate
was
that.
also a Link because I was Blue Link, so Mike was little green young Link, and we matched, and it was adorable. And then one of the times when he was Sonic, I was Tails.
Aw.
So
All right, so let me ask you, because I haven't got your opinion on this. This bullshit about Shadow the Hedgehog being in Smash instead of Knuckles or Tails or anybody like that.
yeah,
Isn't that stupid?
It's a little
it's because it's an
upsetting.
easier repaint of Sonic.
Yeah,
About to
it's
say,
the-
yeah,
Yeah, but he doesn't
Jericho.
have. But doesn't he use guns? Isn't that like a major part of Shadow? Is that he uses pistols?
I couldn't tell you.
No.
I didn't
Maybe in
think he
different
did.
games that I don't know, but in Sonic Adventure, he doesn't.
I'm talking about the game Shadow the Hedgehog, where he's
Oh,
never
don't
played
know.
the
he
Never
rides a
played that.
motorcycle and
That's not
uses
Sonic.
pistols. What?
That's not Sonic.
I didn't say it was Sonic.
Yeah,
But
so
she
I haven't
doesn't play
played
the
it.
spin-offs.
Okay, but I'm saying okay.
Unless it's Sonic Spinball. Oh.
That's good shit.
That was still a low energy joke.
Yeah, I'm not talking to her anymore.
Everything Mandy is doing right now is so low energy.
I almost want to just like go, okay, Mandy, go home, go to bed. Dalton, you're in. She's out. But low energy Mandy's
I
still
only
better.
have like one costume left, right?
Oh, I don't know. We still
Yeah.
have 30 minutes to fill, so
There's no way that's true.
No.
No,
Stretch
it's like
that
20.
out.
No, it's like maybe 20.
it's 20. It's 15.
Yeah.
All right,
I was about to
Jesse,
say.
let's power through this last episode. This is the last Halloween episode we'll ever do. And this is how you guys want to go out?
We could do it next Thursday and talk about our Halloween. It's only November 1st on Thursday. It'll be fine when I pay rent.
Jesse, please, hurry.
This is Mandy's nightmare right now.
All right, so
Mandy, wake up. It's all a dream.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right?
cheat on my next one and use something that I've cosplayed as, not that I didn't dress up as for Halloween.
No. Why
Oh.
would that be okay?
Because I thought they
Yeah.
said that was okay at the beginning.
No.
Well, I mean, I cosplay for Halloween, so
All right, I'll let it
fair
go
enough.
only because you're probably running out of costumes.
I am.
Okay.
I should not have blown the entire
you
beard
still
load.
have one. Just because you had to change out of it doesn't mean you didn't dress up for a minute.
Jesse, don't blow the beard load.
what?
Well, because I mentioned all the ones that I did with the beard. All right, you know what? We're going to say that last turn was Master Roshi. This turn is Dusty Hill. Just another one of those costumes I got out of that beard.
All right, well, Lindsay, back to you then.
That didn't span any time.
Another one of my college
well.
Halloweens. It was probably the worst Halloween that we had, period, but I liked my costume. I was Starfire from Teen Titans.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. Got a picture of that
Costume
one?
did not survive, no.
Oh.
No, that one, no, that was probably our worst club Halloween party because nobody helped us out. And then the people that did try to help us out chewed us all out. And we had the most people of the club show up for an event ever, and they were all just complete hogs, and half the people didn't get any pizza because people were piling like 8 pieces on their plate rather than taking 2 and let everybody else get some first.
I want to apologize for
Jesus.
that. I really like pizza.
You weren't there.
I would
And then
also.
my dad showed
like-
up.
Your dad showed up and said, that's why you're fat, boy.
But it was kind of funny because it was not planned whatsoever amongst other members in the club. But aside from me being Starfire, there was also a Robin, a Raven, a Terra, and then a couple of the random like
Terra.
villains
That's
from
pretty
the
sweet.
series as well. So it was kind of cool.
My greatest costume when I was right out of high school, I wore a sticker that just said vampire on it.
Like a hello, my name is.
Yeah, and it just said vampire. People would ask me like, what's your costume? And I would just tap it.
That's hilarious.
He's
like
in
it.
disguise.
Yeah, that's just called pure laziness. That's me not giving a fuck about Halloween.
Yeah. Which is unlike Shannon.
Well, I don't like the same things about Halloween that you guys like. You guys like party. Well, not you. Parties and trick-or-treating. You like trick-or-treating. I like actual ghosts and monsters and looking for them. I haven't found them, but one day.
Gonna find you a couple of ghouls.
I like last year when we did the Ouija board. I had a lot of fun.
That
with
was fun.
because I was waiting for something to happen. I didn't think anything would, but
That's
it was
the one
that.
you filmed too, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's still on our Facebook. You can go back and watch it. It was like 30 minutes long. We did, and we had a lot of people watch it. It was very, very cool. I want to do something this year. I just haven't figured out what. I want to go somewhere that's actually haunted. Like there's a couple haunted places in Cape. I was going to reach
I
out
would
to.
go to that.
Yeah, I
Well,
figured
you're
you were going to
running
do
out of
something kind
time.
of dope for Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be on Tuesday. It's not going to be on Halloween night because Halloween night we're going to be here, getting
See.
the groove on.
See.
Also one year I went as Ken. Sort of. I had a long shirt that I just cut the sleeves off, and then I put a belt around it. God damn. It wasn't even red.
It was an alternate
You did one
color.
that all
That's so sad.
And I'm the depressing one.
This is before I even had long hair. What the fuck was I thinking? That was just bad.
Are you sure you weren't trying to be Ryu?
No, I hate Ryu. It's definitely Ken. Oh, Mandy, go ahead, please. Put me out of my misery.
I did like a Robin, kind of. I had like the shirt with the cape on it and a mask, but then I combined it with like Peter Pan's Lost Boy because I have the Lost Boy shirts and that green Lost Boy hat. So I was like, Lost Boy Robin. And it was very fucking comfy, though, and I looked very good in it.
How old were you?
23, 24.
Oh, okay. I thought you were a kid. All right.
And
I
then
didn't
I'm
think
being,
it was that long ago.
And then I'm being Wonder Woman this year.
That's not a shock.
But she did look really good in that Robin costume.
Yes.
I bet you did.
I can confirm that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I bet you can. Anyway,
Yeah. All right, I did think of another one.
good.
All right, so this was one from when I was a little kid, like really little kid, and I just kind of thought about it. My mom dressed me up as a skeleton. I was probably like maybe 5 or 6, something like that. And I just remember really liking this costume. It was really just a long sleeve shirt that was glow in the dark skeleton.
Ooh.
And then like she got me some gloves and she painted my face with glow in the dark paint. And yeah, just in a skull. It was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
I remember thinking that was really neat. Like I remember thinking me as a 6-year-old looked really badass as a skeleton. I'm sure that it was far more like adorable or
Cutesy.
sad, but in my memory, badass skeleton.
Yes.
Memories are often better than reality.
Mm-hmm.
Once I started remembering how I looked, really regretted thinking about it. I hate this topic. Thanks, Lindsay.
You're welcome.
It's all because of my dad.
Maybe you
He
should
just
have had
showed
some
up.
more input.
Well, you get a Ouija board and talk to my parents. Tell them they should have did better costumes. Wait, what? Lindsay, one more. And then we just have to stall for like 5 minutes.
Cat bug.
I did like the cat bug outfit.
I had a blue hoodie that had a little hole in the back of it that I was just going to pitch, and then I realized it's the exact color of blue that Catbug is, so I sewed ears into it and made the...
That was the same party where Jesse was Kevin Owens and I was.
Yes, yes, it was.
So you wore to Comic-Con, right? That
I
hoodie a lot?
did.
Yeah.
I wore that to 2 Cape Comic Cons, actually.
Yeah.
What I remember most about that costume was the shorts.
Yeah, they're kind of tiny.
Yeah, they are.
That's why I wear
I
leggings.
felt that Halloween party, that was the first year. And I feel like you specifically wore that to tell everybody how bad of a bitch you were.
No.
And you succeeded.
I mean, I just really liked Catbug.
Because what'd that other skank wear? She was a porcelain doll.
I
What the
don't
fuck is that
remember.
about? You know?
Oh god,
Mandy doesn't know.
No.
Shannon, quickly.
I'm
She
not
doesn't
cool
even
enough
know.
to hang out with you all the time.
Well, stop having kids and you can come here and hang out with us during parties.
I have one kid.
Yeah, but she gets to actually go trick or
She's
treating.
draining my energy. She's from the Negaverse.
She's Mandyite.
She is, because I'm just sitting here, every time I look at her, my eyes get warm and I just want to go to sleep. What has happened to you? You're like Steve-O when he stopped doing drugs. Start doing drugs again.
Okay.
Didn't he like win a triathlon or some bullshit?
Doesn't matter. He doesn't make me laugh anymore.
Maybe if I won Xboxes from Taco Bell, I'd be happy.
When was the last time you ate Taco Bell, though?
A couple days ago.
Did you do the box? To try
No,
one?
I don't like it. I only want the Dorito tacos.
I mean, you got to get that box.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
got to
gonna
make
go
that
Taco Bell.
sacrifice.
I
I'm probably going to do
know.
Taco Bell tonight. Just
You
to try
said
to
you
win.
wanted burgers.
Well, burger tacos. Taco
But
burgers.
he wants
I
that
mean-
Xbox.
Yeah, I want the Xbox.
Oh,
'Cause that's a
whatever.
sexy
It just
Xbox.
means he'll give me a cinnamon twist again. So.
No, you're eating it too.
No, I'm not.
You got to get all the boxes.
No.
All right, you know what?
I will
don't,
starve.
I don't have the energy for this. Dalton, you're up.
Shannon, your last costume.
You're good.
Yeah.
I literally don't. I was a Ninja Turtle once. Dalton, you go. Dalton's hosting now.
All right, Dalton, your favorite costume of all time.
The year I dressed as Jason from the Power Rangers, but not as a Power Ranger.
Just regular Jason.
Yeah, so it
So
was
you
like
just
red
dressed head
pants.
to toe in red.
Yeah, that was pretty smart. I'm Soldier 76 this year. I already wore that. Shit.
Pedophile 76 because he's going with Diva. So
Jesse, I was on the show for 30 seconds and you already called me a pedophile. So fuck you. How much time do we have to fill? Oh fuck, we have 5 minutes, team.
I mean, like it's not my fault that like I don't know if you guys didn't know what you were doing, but that's a terrible couple's costume.
That's why we were gonna do
Oh.
Mercy in '76,
No, we good.
That's much better.
but then I went for Wonder Woman instead.
Yeah, Mercy.
And he was supposed.
Did you pick up the Wonder Woman costume at Spirit?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
she's
then I
certainly
wanted
of
to
age
go
in
back and
Korea.
get Mercy so that Jesse could be 76. Did you like that coat?
I don't know what that is there. I think they just take them. Yeah, exactly.
Does the Met cover the face enough?
Oy.
losing that Saudi Arabia.
God damn it.
We lost that years ago. I'm willing to say we
that's-
probably said something offensive then too. For real, I'm gonna need you guys talking.
We probably
No.
said something offensive about everything.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's so easy as a Dalton.
No, I just firsthand.
Also, Diva's 19.
Oh yeah, we're good.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Diva is 19.
76.
How old
like
is 76?
50?
Doesn't matter. It's legal. If there's one person here, I've learned that's okay. And he high fived me.
It
Wait,
is
how old is Soldier? I want to know this.
Like at least 46.
grandfather age.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Age unknown.
You guys ruined
See?
it
Yeah,
for
'cause he's-
me.
well, he-
Liar.
It could be 24. He runs really fast.
Oh,
Man.
it's not 24.
Why does
All right.
Dalton have to ruin my
They said
favorite
He's
character?
at least 60 years old.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good for
Just
somebody
by
at 60.
just by the general timeline.
Yeah.
60 to 19 is fine. That's what rich men do.
Soldier ain't rich.
He's rich in spirit.
You could have had her gone as Anna.
Well, that costume wasn't available at Spirit, sir.
Also, Anna doesn't wear such skin-tight clothing.
Exactly. I'm gonna let Shannon come back because now he's talking over my head.
I'm still sticking with Pedo 76.
Now the king comes back. Okay. Well, I'm being a Ghostbuster this year. I got a costume from Hunter that I still have to pay him for because he ordered one extra by accident. And let me just say, I feel so bad for the boys in gray because have you ever tried putting on a jumpsuit? It's
Yes.
fucking awful. I have to bend down and
One Piece on.
yeah, it's bad. It's not fun.
For that material, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, but still. I don't want.
Well,
and then
see,
you
the
gotta-
downside of that as being a female is that if you have to
Pee.
pee, you have to take
Yeah.
everything off.
Yeah.
And it's
I had not
Halloween, so
thought
you're
about
drinking. Clearly.
Why?
Well, I'm not.
I'm not either.
No, we're going to drink here, though.
I mean, I'll drink Mountain Dew.
Oh, I hope you get hit by a car.
What are they doing behind me?
They're just being little dickweeds.
Trash birds.
Trash birds.
Street youths.
All right, you know what? We're going to end the show early because there's no set rule. that
Shannon
says
wants his game.
we don't have to stall for 30 fucking minutes for you people.
I mean,
know?
surely at this point we're at an hour.
No, we're not. We have like 5 minutes left. We have 3 minutes left.
That's
I was
impossible.
gonna say Dalton said we had 5 minutes left.
You trust Dalton?
No.
All right. Literally, we're at 57 minutes. We're going to end it here. Not because we don't love you guys. It's just we're all very tired. Mandy fucking sucked the energy out of all of us.
little
Goddamn
bit.
Hoover vacuum over here. So blame her.
I tried to leave.
You guys have a good night. Have a great Halloween. Stay tuned for the Sundays Nerd Up. Stay tuned for Tuesdays I Want to Believe Halloween special. And then Wednesday, we may or may not have a show. We actually probably won't have a show next Wednesday because of Halloween. So
Right.
we'll be back on Thursday. We'll tell you how our Halloweens went. And Mandy, we will put Monster into her veins to make sure she's good.
So just go get her some sugar. Like, that's really all it takes to get Mandy off the walls.
Patreon.com/Podzilla1985, Podzilla1985.com if you want to catch up on the old episodes. And of course, Facebook.com/Podzilla1985. We're out of here. Dalton, say peace, bitch.
Peace, bitch.